Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Betting Insights. I'm Timothy alongside Sergio. Welcome, Sergio.
Hey everybody. Hey Tim.
Yes, go ahead, smash the like button. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel. As you know, we are giving out picks, leans, and best bets for 5 different club competitions across Europe: Serie A, La Liga, Premier League, Eredivisie, and the Bundesliga. Now, quick recap last week. Actually, a good week overall. I gave out 8 best bets. I went 7-1. Sergio, you gave out 7 best bets. You went 3-4, which is not good, but you did some crazy things because
Yes. Yes, you have to try one of those once in a while.
when we did our picks, you had a double chance for Sparta, but in your best bets, you made a outright win for Sparta. Why would you do that?
Yes, it's because I actually just changed my mind and I thought the Sparta a few wins again, because they want to go into the playoffs for European football. So I thought that they would win. They would just go for the win.
Yeah, but if the odd is high, you're playing a heavy underdog. It's always good to take the double chance. There's also good value in taking a double chance. Just like the other picks we made, Freiburg a double chance, Bayern Munich, that one hit. Valencia a double chance, Real Madrid, that was also a good one. So if you're taking the underdog, heavy odd, high odd, just just take the double chance.
Yeah, I know for next time.
All right. Any more takeaways last week?
No, no, not really.
All right, so let's not waste any more time. Let's get started this week. I will be looking to continue my hot streak. Sergio, you will be looking to bounce back, and we will look to have a good week overall. Today we are starting with La Liga. First game on the schedule, Barcelona hosting Mallorca. Barcelona wins set at 1.53. Mallorca wins set at 6.75. Line for total goal set at 2.5. Now, obviously, Barcelona vulnerable this year, like we mentioned a couple of times. But at home, they've been very good. So I can't really see Mallorca troubling Barcelona at home. They should win this game. Are you doing something here?
No, I'm not doing anything. They draw out their last game, so now it's time for them to win because they win, draw. So
Yeah,
now they're playing at home, so again, so it's definitely gonna be a win against Mallorca.
I also expect Barcelona to win this game. Next game, Valencia hosting Getafe. Valencia wins set at 2. Getafe wins set at 4.6. Line for total goal set at just 1.5. Um, I like the over 1.5 goals here. I'm leaning towards Valencia. If you look at the last game, the last meeting between these two teams, 4 of the last 5 has seen under 1.5 goals. So also hesitant to take the over 1.5, but I like the over 1.5 here. I'm leaning towards Valencia for a win. What are you doing here, Sergio?
Oh, I'm going straight in for Valencia for a win. Yes, Valencia is my first bet of the weekend of one of my logs. I Yeah, they're playing at home. Um, uh, haven't won a game in the what in three. So yeah, now they're playing at home against Getafe. I think it's gonna be a win.
Yeah, and they haven't scored in 2 of the last 3 games, but if you look at their home form, it's overall very good. So yeah, I understand why you would take Valencia in this spot. I would not take Getafe, so I would rather take the over 1.5 goals. Very low total, but still I'll take the over 1.5. All right. Next game, Cadiz hosting Atletico Madrid. Cadiz wins set at 5.1. Atletico Madrid wins set at 1.78. Line for total goal set at 2.5. Now, obviously, Cadiz is awful. Atletico Madrid, much better team. But they have an important game coming up, Champions League facing Inter. So they may have one eye on that. Are you playing Atletico Madrid here, Sergio?
Um, I'm not playing Atletico Madrid, but they have an interesting odd. But still, I don't think the game against Inter is really gonna affect them now because they're playing against Cadiz. It's not a team that they are gonna put or gonna have to put a lot of effort in. to score or win. So yeah, I think this is just gonna be maybe a practice match for them.
Yeah, if there's a play in this game, it's obviously playing Atletico Madrid, but I would not go heavy. I think they will have one eye on Inter. They lost the first meeting against Inter, so obviously now they're playing home. They want to qualify in the Champions League, so they might not put all of their effort into this game, and they might not need it, like you said. But
Yeah,
still, still, I would not go heavy on this game. But if there's a play, it has to be Atletico Madrid. Cadiz is just awful, even at home.
yeah, I agree.
Speaking of teams that are awful, Granada hosting Real Sociedad. Granada wins set at 4.9. Real Sociedad wins set at 1.84. Line for total goals set at 2.5. Now, Real Sociedad got knocked out of the Champions League by Paris Saint-Germain. So, is this a bounce back spot for Real Sociedad?
Yes, it has to be, yeah, because Real Sociedad now play against the number 19, the number 7. I'm pretty sure they want to really look to climb a little bit higher on the table. So yeah, haven't won in the 4 matches.
Yeah, they've lost four straight.
Yeah, 4 straight or so now they have to win against Granada. So Sociedad is really one of the teams that you can keep your eye on this weekend. And also another interesting bet.
Yeah, and Granada, they only won two home games, one against Mallorca and the other one against Cadiz. Not two great teams, obviously. Sociedad is much better, so Sociedad should win this game against Granada. And interesting odd backing Sociedad in this spot, so I would also take them. Even though they play midweek, they played at home, so no travel. Now they obviously go on the road against Granada, but I would still take Sociedad in this spot. All right, next game, Girona hosting Osasuna. Girona wins set at 1.65. Osasuna wins set at 5.3. Line for the total goal set at 2.5. And I like the over 2.5 goals here. I'm expecting Girona to win this game. Their form has been dipping. They've only won one out of the last 5 games overall. But if you look at their home form, they're unbeaten in like 10 games, something like that. So they should put away Osasuna, an Osasuna team that is not great on the road. Won one out of the last 10 road games in the league, obviously. So I think Girona, they should win this game, right?
Yeah, yeah, three out of the 4. Yeah, they lost one against Real. They lost against Bilbao. That can happen, but the last one was a little bit disappointing against Mallorca because I really expected them to win that match. But now at home against Osasuna, yeah, they have to win this one. Otherwise, their Barcelona will come a little bit closer and maybe claim the second spot. So.
Yeah, Barcelona wins and Girona doesn't win. Barcelona surpasses Girona for the second spot. So
Yes,
obviously, and maybe they feel a little bit of pressure, but they should win this game against Osasuna. I like them here in this spot. All right, next game, Alaves hosting Rayo Vallecano. Alaves wins set at 2.18. Rayo wins set at 3.85. Line for the total goal set at 2.5. And listen, the only play for me is the under 2.5 here. I don't like either team. And neither of these teams really score. They score less than a goal a game. So I'm not expecting a lot of goals in this game. It's not a game I'm actually betting my money on, but if there's a play for me, it's the under 2.5 goals because I can't see either team scoring a lot in this game. Are you doing something, Sergio?
yeah, yeah, no, because even scoring less than 1 goal a game even sounds impossible. So no,
Yeah.
no, I'm not doing nothing this game. I'm just this one is one to pass.
Oh,
Maybe a draw, but
yeah,
it can go either way.
a draw is probably the most likely outcome. All right. Next game, Las Palmas hosting Athletic Bilbao. Las Palmas wins set at 4.2. Athletic Bilbao wins set at 2. Line for total goal set at 2.5. Now, Bilbao, obviously one of the better teams in La Liga. Las Palmas, solid at home. Kind of good, not great. But Bilbao, obviously the better team. On the road, they haven't been great in the last 5 games, only one win, and they failed to score in 3 of those games. So Can they bounce back here on the road against Las Palmas?
Yes, yes, I think so. Bilbao, my second log of the weekend. I think that they will definitely take this win against Las Palmas. Yeah, they really need it, and it they need to bounce back. And Las Palmas, I think, is the perfect opponent to do that.
Obviously, Bilbao is the better team. Not I like them here. I don't love them. Like I said, they haven't been great on the road, but it should be a bounce back spot. So if I would play this game, I would obviously back Bilbao. All right. Next game, Real Madrid hosting Celta Vigo. Real wins set at 1.32. Celta wins set at 10. Line for total goal set at 3.5. Now, I don't have a bet in this game. Real should win this game. They should roll here, even though having played midweek, they qualified in the Champions League. So, a lot of confidence. They're playing at home. They should put away Celta, right?
Yeah, maybe even over 3.5, maybe. But that sounds like a interesting.
I think it's a stretch. I would rather play the under 2.5 goals because maybe Celta may not score in this game. So you would have to lean heavy on Real Madrid to score 4 goals in this game, which is possible, but I wouldn't bank on that. So I would rather play the under 3.5. But I'm not betting this game. I'm just skipping this game.
Yeah.
All right. Next game, Real Betis hosting Villarreal. Betis wins set at 2.06. Villarreal wins set at 3.65. Line for total goal set at 2.5. Now, this is going to be one of my favorite bets for this weekend. I'm going to take Real Betis over 1.5 goals. The line is set at 1.87. I also expect them to win this game. Villarreal has been on a good stretch, but they just got smashed today by Marseille. They played on the road, and now they go on the road again against Betis. So they may be tired. They won't put up a lot of effort here, I think. So Real Betis should score twice in this game. I don't think Villarreal will keep up with Betis' scoring. So I also expect Betis to win this game. What are you doing here, Sergio?
Yeah, I'm not betting this game, but I have definitely a lean towards Real Betis. Um, I think, like you said, Villarreal, um, form they yeah played during the week, so yeah, it will be difficult for them.
Yeah, they play on the road and against Marseille. Now, kind
Yeah,
of a short week. You go on the road again against Betis.
again,
Betis a very good home team. So Betis should win this game, but I will play the over 1.5 goals in this game for Betis as one of my favorite bets for the weekend. All right, next game, Almeria hosting Sevilla. Almeria wins set at 3.1. Sevilla wins set at 2.4. Line for total goal set at 2.5. Now, I don't think I will be betting this game. I can't trust either team. Are you doing something, Sergio?
I would go for Sofia for some reason. Yeah, because they're playing against the number 20. Yeah, is if Sofia can win one more game this season, Almeria would be one of my first choices. So yeah, I have a lean towards Sofia. Interesting odd possibility, definitely. So yeah, I'm leaning towards Sofia to win this one.
Yeah, and Almeria, there are obviously many reasons to back Sevilla. Almeria number 20 in the standings, like you said. But Almeria hasn't scored in 5 of the last 6 home games. So they obviously have trouble putting the ball in the net. So I would understand why you would go for Sevilla in this spot, but I still don't really trust Sevilla on the road. So I'm staying away from this game. All right. That wraps up La Liga. Let's get to Serie A. First game on the schedule. Napoli hosting Torino. Napoli wins set at 1.8. Torino wins set at 5.1. Line for the total goal set at 2.5. Now, I like Napoli in this spot. But again, my bet for this game will be Napoli over 1.5 goals. Napoli has been on somewhat of a roll, just a 2-game winning streak, but still they scored 6 goals against Sassuolo. They scored 2 against Juventus, so a lot of confidence here. So they should be able to score at least 2 against a Torino team. They're playing at home, back-to-back home games for Napoli, so good spot. I like them here. What are you doing, Sergio?
Yeah, played a good game against Juventus, yeah, and now playing on a Friday, Napoli on a Friday, it feels like a draw, but still, this time I would still, yeah, lean more towards Napoli.
Next game, Cagliari hosting Salernitana. Cagliari wins set at 1.9. Salernitana wins set at 4.3. Line for total goal set at 2.5. Now listen, I don't like either team here, but if I would play one, it would be Cagliari. Salernitana is just awful on the road. They've won one road game that was against Verona, and they were very fortunate to do so. Cagliari is obviously play here, but they're also not great, so not a game I will be putting my money on. Are you doing something, Sergio?
No, also not. Yeah, no, they won against Empoli the last time out. Was a surprise. So, yeah, I think they're gonna have a losing streak again, maybe 3, 4 games. So, no, I'm skipping this one. I'm going maybe a draw.
All right. Next game, Sassuolo hosting Frosinone. Sassuolo wins set at 2.18. Frosinone wins set at 3.2. Line for total goal set at 2.5. And now this is an easy bet for me. I will take the over 2.5 goals here. Frosinone has allowed 56 goals. Sassuolo has allowed 55 goals. Both teams scoring over 1 goal a game, so they can somewhat score and find the net, but they can't defend. So the over 2.5 goals is kind of an easy bet for me in this game. What are you doing, Sergio?
So you'd go for a correct score, maybe 2-2.
Yeah, that maybe.
But, yeah, no, a lean towards Sassuolo to win this one. You know, both of them haven't won in over what 5, 6 games. So yeah, Sassuolo play against Frosinone at home. Like I just said, if there's a team um, um, number 16 in the league can win from, I think it's the number 19. So uh, yeah,
Yeah,
I,
If Sassuolo is gonna win a home game, Frosinone is one of the opponents to do so because Frosinone obviously not good on the road, actually very bad. So if you're gonna win a game, probably a home game, probably against a very bad road team. So Sassuolo should be the play here, but I like the over 2.5 goals much more. I expect this to go over 2.5 goals easily.
yeah, that's also a possibility. Yes.
All right. Next game, Bologna hosting Inter. Bologna wins set at 3.6. Inter wins set at 2.16. Line for total goal set at 2.5. Now, both teams on a very good streak. And Bologna picked up their form again. They have won 6 straight games. But obviously, Inter, the best team in Serie A. And I think the race for the Scudetto is pretty much over. So will Inter have one eye on the Champions League game against Atletico Madrid?
They won the first game, so maybe a little bit less. You could be right, but I still think it has nothing to do with Atletico Madrid, but just these two teams and their form. I think this game will draw.
Yeah, the first meeting in the league was already a draw when Inter played at home 2-2, and after that they met in the Coppa Italia, and then it was also a draw, but Bologna went to and won in extra time. They won the game 2-1. So actually 2 draws if you look at 90 minutes of play. So a third one very possible here, especially with Inter having one eye on the Champions League game.
Yeah, but still, if Inter could lose a game,
This would be it.
this would be one of them. So yeah, that's also a possibility.
Yeah, so the play here is then a double chance for Bologna.
For Bologna, yes, that would be the best way to go.
All right. Let's get to the next game. Next game, Genoa hosting Monza. Genoa wins set at 2.15. Monza wins set at 3.85. Line for total goal set at 2.5. Now, this is also a game I won't be betting. I will be skipping this game. Are you doing something, Sergio?
No, couldn't agree with you more. Skipping this one also.
All right. Next game, Lecce hosting Hellas Verona. Lecce wins set at 2.2. Verona wins set at 3.6. Line for total goal set at 2.5. What are you doing here, Sergio?
more lean towards Lecce. Yeah, but Hellas Verona, number 17 against number 13. Yeah, the difference in points is just just two. Yeah, only 2 points. Yeah, this one also looks like a draw. Small lean towards Lecce, but only because they're playing at home.
Yeah, you have to lean towards Lecce in the spot. Verona, they have won one game on the road. That came in match day one, when they won against an Empoli team that was just bad at that time, just in horrible form. Since then, they have picked up 3 points on the road. They've lost all of their remaining in road games. So obviously, if there's a play here, it would be Lecce. All right. Next game, AC Milan hosting Empoli. AC Milan wins set at 1.45. Empoli wins set at 7.5. Line for total goal set at 2.5. Now, AC Milan, obviously the better team here. And they also won today. Let me check real quick. Yes, they beat Slavia Prague 4-2. They played at home, so no travel. They stay at home. They host Empoli. So I like the over 2.5 goals here. I expect AC Milan to win, but low value at 1.45. So I'd rather take the over 2.5 goals here at 1.74. Empoli is also in somewhat a solid form. I know they lost their last game and got shut out, but I expect them to score a goal here at least and AC Milan to win this game. So obviously I expect the over 2.5 goals. What are you doing, Sergio?
Yes, over 2.5. Yeah, I agree. Is the best way to go in this game because AC Milan, yeah, at 1 point, what is it, 46, 47? Yeah, that's too low. So over 2.5 is better.
All right. Let's get to the next game. Juventus hosting Atalanta. Juventus wins set at 2.23. Atalanta wins set at 3.45. Line for the total goal set at 2.5. Now, I like Juventus in this spot. Atalanta has not won in 4 straight games. Obviously, they lost a bad game last week against Bologna, and now they played midweek against Sporting. I know they played Wednesday, so one more rest day than usual, but still, it was a road game. Now they go on the road against a Juventus team that has been kind of struggling, but if you look at their home form, they've only lost one home game. That was a recent one against Udinese, but that was kind of a fluke. They're very good at home, so I expect them to win this game. What are you doing here, Sergio?
Yeah, but it's Juventus. They won just one game in out of what 6,
Yes,
and they're still second in the league. So yeah,
kind of
that
crazy.
also says something about.
If you look at number 2, 3, and 4, it's kind of very close. That's Inter just running away with the Scudetto. After that, if you look at the top 4, they're very close to each other. Only 6 points separates Juventus from Bologna, who's sitting at 4th. So the gap was much wider. Now they've kind of closed the gap. So that's why, and that speaks to the one win in the last 6 games.
Yes, but Juventus interesting odd. So yeah, they're playing at home. So I don't think that there's another way to go and just try Juventus.
Yeah. All right. Next game, Fiorentina hosting Roma. Fiorentina wins set at 2.55. Roma wins set at 2.85. Line for the total goal set at 2.5. Now, both teams were involved in a midweek matchup. Roma just smashed Brighton 4-0. Fiorentina also won against Maccabi Haifa, came back from behind in impressive fashion. So, listen, I'm going to take Roma in this spot. Since they fired Mourinho, they've been great. Like I mentioned last week, the only game they lost was against Inter, and they even gave Inter a run for their money. So until I'm seeing something, a reason not to back Roma, I'm going to back Roma. I know they're playing on the road, but still, I'm going to Roma. I think they're the better team here. What are you doing, Sergio?
Yeah, but playing on a Thursday and then you have to play again on what is it, Sunday?
Yeah, but Fiorentina also played on Thursday, and Fiorentina played on the road. So I
Yeah.
think the advantage here is for Roma.
Yeah, maybe so, but okay, Fiorentina formed the last 3 games, so yeah, I don't know. But still, Roma is a better form. I like what De Rossi did. Changed the way the team plays. A lot better now. So yeah, maybe you're right. I'm also leaning towards Roma.
All right. Next game, Lazio hosting Udinese. Lazio wins set at 2. Udinese wins set at 4.1. Line for total goal set at 2.5. Now, I don't know if Lazio had any hope for qualifying in the Champions League. They can focus, they can shift their focus to the league. They host Udinese. They're playing at home where they've been pretty good. I know they lost back-to-back home games also, but aside from that, they've been very good at home. So I think they will bounce back in this spot and beat Udinese. What are you doing here, Sergio?
Yeah, I'm also leaning towards Lazio to win this one. 3 straight losses, and now at home against Udinese, and Udinese, of course, yeah, not that great number, but 15 in the league. So yeah, and, Lazio has a chance to bounce back.
But a fun fact here, Udinese already beat 2 teams in the top 4. They beat Juventus at home. They beat AC Milan at home. So those teams are much better than Lazio. So it was kind of fluky because in Juventus, if you look at the game against Juventus, they had like 30% ball possession and 1 shot on goal. They won 1-0. So the games were kind of fluky. I don't think Lightning will strike 3 times. So I'm taking Lazio in this spot.
Yeah. And
All
the
right.
last 2 games, Lazio won. The ones they played against each other, and yeah, both them were away. So I don't know. I'm leaning towards Lazio.
All right. That wraps up Serie A. Let's get to the Eredivisie. First game on the schedule, Go Ahead Eagles hosting PSV. Go Ahead Eagles win set at 9. PSV wins set at 1.36. Line for total goal set at 3.5. Now PSV yet to lose in the league. They also have a important match coming up, Champions League against Borussia Dortmund. So will they rest players here? Will the Eagles go for an upset?
I have a feeling this is the game PSV will lose. You know, it's a big game next week against Dortmund. I don't know. I have the feeling that they will lose the game this season, and um, I had my eye on this one, especially because it's Go Ahead Eagles, difficult team at home. Um, and PSV, I think that they're already focused on Dortmund, so I
Yeah,
would go for a double chance here.
is the race for the title in the Eredivisie over? Because the Feyenoord manager already said, like, listen, man, the title race is over. I'm not even thinking about surpassing PSV. So will PSV maybe take that for granted?
Yes, I think so because look, difference is 10 points, so that means that PSV has to lose at least 3 matches, 4 maybe
Yeah,
even.
probably 4.
Yeah, and Feyenoord needs to win all the remaining matches. So yeah, that's and I don't see them doing that also. So I think the title is already there for PSV, and maybe that's Dortmund. I think it's the game of the season for them.
Yeah,
So
it's obviously a much more important game, but if you drop points against Go Ahead Eagles, maybe even lose the game, now Feyenoord wins, the gap closes to 7. You kind of breathe some life into Feyenoord, maybe crazy things can happen. I don't see that happening, but still, you never know.
mm.
All right, let's get to the next game. Twente hosting Sparta. Twente wins set at 1.4. Sparta wins set at 9. Line for total goal set at 2.5. Now, I don't really have a bet in this game. The only thing I'm looking at is the over 2.5. I expect Twente to win this game. They're very good at home, but low value backing them in 1.4. I can't back Sparta, especially not on the road. They haven't scored in 3 of the last 5 road games, so Twente should roll in this spot. Are you doing something, Sergio?
Yeah, I would go for the over 2.5. Also, I also think Sparta will score at least a goal. So, at least one. So yeah, I would go for Twente win and both teams to score.
Ah, some good value there. All right,
Yeah.
I like that one. Right, next game, Almere City hosting Utrecht. Almere City wins set at 3.75. Utrecht wins set at 2.07. Line for total goal set at 2.5. Now, I have to pound my chest here. Like I told you, Sergio, Utrecht would not win against Ajax, and of course they didn't. Uh, so credit to me there. But of
Yeah,
course,
yeah, I know, but I really didn't see this one coming. Utrecht, it just looked like they were just scared to play against Ajax in the arena. I don't know what happened, but it was not the Utrecht that I saw the past 3 4 weeks. Yeah, they were not yeah
you couldn't recognize them.
niceable at all. So.
No, you couldn't
Yeah,
recognize
so
them.
yeah, but
But
you were right.
yeah, but speaking of not knowing which team will show up, Almere City, one of the most unpredictable teams in the Eredivisie. So, which Almere team are we seeing here?
Hmm. But this one I would still lean towards Utrecht. Yeah, yeah, Almere. Yeah, I think they believe they're already safe. Yeah, they just need to get 6 more points and then they're safe. So I think they know that Utrecht is going to be a hard nut to crack. So yeah, so I think Utrecht will win this game.
I'm also leaning towards Utrecht, but it's just a lean. Back-to-back road games, it's something I actually don't like. Obviously, they played on the road against Ajax, lost that game, so low in confidence. Now you go on the road again against Almere City, and if you look at their road form, they've won 1 out of the last 5 games, failed to score in 2 of those. So it's just a lean, not one of my favorite bets. All right, next game, RKC hosting Vitesse. RKC wins set at 2.38. Vitesse wins set at 3. Line for total goal set at 2.5. Now, Sergio, I'm going to take one of your strategies here. I'm going to back RKC for a win simply because they can't keep losing, right?
But they won against NEC 3 weeks ago. So
Yeah, and after that, they lost 3 straight and failed to score in all of those 3 games.
yeah, but I have to go for Vitesse.
Damn.
Yeah. Vitesse. They are playing a whole lot better, a lot of more confidence in the team. The game that they lost against Twente, I don't think that they deserve to lose. A, a draw would have been more acceptable, I think. So the game against Excelsior, gave them hope, and now against RKC, they have to win this game. If they lose this one, the books are closed. So I'm going for Vitesse win.
Yeah, so now I'm second guessing myself because I hate being on the opposite side of you when it comes to the Eredivisie. So I'm gonna think twice for backing RKC in this spot. All right.
Yeah, that's why Vitesse is one of my logs this weekend. And,
Ah,
yes, of
even worse
course.
for me.
Yeah.
All right. I would hold on backing RKC in this spot. All right. Obviously, like I said, they can't score. They haven't scored in 3 straight games, lost all 3. So not a game where you want to go heavy on RKC. All
No,
right.
not at all.
Next game, Asset hosting Excelsior. Asset wins set at 1.33. Excelsior wins set at 10. Line for total goals set at 2.5. And obviously, Asset, they don't impress me at all. But if there's a teams that definitely worse than Asset in the Eredivisie, it's Excelsior. So Asset should win this game. But low value backing Asset at 1.33. Also, the over 2.5 goals just at 1.57. So I don't like either play. I'm just skipping this game. Are you doing something here, Sergio?
Yeah, I'm also skipping this game. Asset, the last 4 games, they won 2 and 2 ended in a draw. So definitely a little bit more confidence in the team. And Excelsior, yeah, losing 5 straight. So now they're dropping into the danger zone. But I think they're gonna have to wait 2 more weeks before thinking about the win because this one against AZ, it's difficult one for them.
Yeah, I can see them winning this game. All right, next game, PEC hosting Volendam. PEC wins set at 1.58. Volendam wins set at 5.75. Line for total goal set at 3.5. Now, there's only one play to make in this game, and that's backing PEC for a win. Kind of low value at 1.58, but still, you have to back in this spot. You can't make a case for Volendam to win, and I don't even see them winning a game for the rest of the season. Are you doing something, Sergio?
Yeah, no, Volendam, they're on the ropes. They are just waiting for the final hit. Maybe over 3.5 is also a possibility against Volendam. Yeah, no, they already gave up. I think they're already thinking about playing against Telstar or one of those teams. So yeah,
All right.
no, it's a PEC Zwolle win, definitely. Low value backing them up, but I would still go for PEC Zwolle.
Yes, you just have to in this spot. All right, next game, NEC hosting Heerenveen. NEC wins set at 2.18. Heerenveen wins set at 3.3. Line for total goal set at 2.5. Now, a lot of plays I like in this spot. Obviously, the over 2.5 goals, but I also like NEC to win this game. They've won 6 straight home games. Heerenveen has just been bad on the road. They've won 3 road games against possibly the 3 worst teams at that time. The first one was against Utrecht when Utrecht, before they hired a new coach, Utrecht was just god awful at that time. They won against Vitesse. Vitesse was also just horrible at that time. And the last one was against Volendam. So 3 pretty horrible teams. I can see them win against NEC. NEC is good at home. So I'm backing NEC in this spot. What are you doing here, Sergio?
NEC, yeah, I agree with you. They have a lot of confidence at the moment. You know, they reached the finals.
Yeah, the Dutch Cup.
The club, yeah. Now they're playing against Heerenveen. Heerenveen won against Volendam. Yeah, not much value there.
Yeah, not
Won
impressive
against
at all.
Zwolle. Yeah, that game could have went either way. So yeah, NEC playing at home. Like a very good goalkeeper. So I would still go for the NEC win, definitely.
Yes, all right. Next game, Ajax hosting Fortuna. Ajax wins set at 1.5. Fortuna wins 6.75. Line for total goal set at 2.5. I don't have a bet in this game. Ajax should win. They're still kind of unpredictable, but in somewhat good form, especially better form than Fortuna Sittard. They played today against Aston Villa and actually played very well, although the game ended scoreless. They played at home, so no travel. Now they host Fortuna. Ajax just has to win this game. I can see anything else happening. Or you're doing something, Sergio?
Yeah. I'm also going for the Ajax. Fortuna won, I think, the last 2 games. One against RKC and one against Excelsior, which was a spectacular game. 5 goals scored for Fortuna.
Yeah, but
So
Excelsior is just bad. Excelsior is just horrible.
yeah, yes. Yeah, they're bad. But now away against Ajax, Fortuna, not strong enough for to cause any Ajax to cause Ajax any problems.
All right, let's get to the next game. Feyenoord hosting Heracles. Feyenoord wins set at 1.12. Heracles wins set at 29. Line for total goal set at 3.5. Now, listen, last week, Sergio, I tried to trick you into taking Sheffield against Arsenal, and smartly, you didn't. Obviously, Arsenal just smashed Sheffield, but you like high odds. Heracles wins set at 29. Can I trick you into taking Heracles?
No,
Oh, no. Oh,
no, not yet. I'm not that far yet. No, this should be an easy win for the Feyenoord. Maybe, and even the over 3.5 is a low odd. So yeah, you know what that means.
Yeah, it's probably going way over the 3.5.
Yeah. So no, it's a easy game for Feyenoord. I'm just looking for next week then.
All right. That wraps up the Eredivisie. Let's get to the Bundesliga. First game on the schedule. Stuttgart wins set Stuttgart hosting Union Berlin. Stuttgart wins set at 1.49. Union wins set at 7. Line for total goal set at 2.5. Now, I expect Stuttgart to win this game. They're one of the better home teams in the Bundesliga, but low value backing Stuttgart. Also, I think the over 2.5 were hit, but I would rather play a prop bet in this game, and that is a anytime goal for Gurasi. That has been very profitable this season. Obviously, one of the better goal scorers in Europe at the moment. So that would be my play for this game. Are you doing something here, Sergio?
No, I'm actually skipping this game. There are other interesting ones this weekend
All right.
in Germany.
Next game, Bayern Munich hosting Mainz. Bayern wins set at 1.22. Mainz wins set at 12.5. Line for total goal set at 3.5. Now Bayern, they bounce back in good fashion, beating Lazio and qualifying in the Champions League. Will they continue that here?
Yes, against Mainz, yes, of course. Bayern is playing at home, and they're playing against the number 17 in the league. So yeah, I think it would be a game that will be finished very early. Maybe a first half 3-0.
Yeah, so you'd rather take a first half, second half Bayern Munich, maybe some value there. But
Yeah.
other than that, I also don't have a play in this game.
Or
All right.
over 3.5 is also interesting.
Yes, I can easily see this going over 3.5. Maybe you can even try Harry Kane to score at least 2 goals in this game. Also very profitable against a team like Mainz. I can easily see Kane scoring twice or maybe even a hat-trick. All right. Next game, Augsburg hosting Heidenheim. Augsburg wins set at 1.92. Heidenheim wins set at 3.95. Line for total goal set at 2.5. And my play for here is the over 2.5 goals. These teams have kind of been in somewhat a goal scoring form. Augsburg, I know they failed to score in one of the last 5 games, but if you look at the other game, 3 of those they've scored at least twice. Last game against Darmstadt, they scored 6. I know Darmstadt is awful, but still 6 goals is something to speak about. And if you look at Heidenheim, 4 of the last 5 games has seen over 2.5 goals. So over 2.5 is my play for this game. Are you doing something, Sergio?
Yeah, over 2.5. Yeah, I agree with you there. These two teams, they are so close to each other. I don't know why the difference in odds is so big. Yeah, because maybe because Augsburg is playing at home, but I don't think that's a reason enough for the difference to be this big. So
Yeah, I agree with you.
I'm going for the over 2.5. What the game? I think it will be a draw.
Yeah, but possibly a high scoring draw. So we should see the over 2.5 goals here.
2-2 maybe.
All right. Next game, Gladbach hosting Keulen. Gladbach wins set at 1.84. Keulen wins set at 4.3. Line for total goals set at 2.5. Now, my play here is Gladbach. Gladbach has been very good at home, and obviously, Keulen, one of the worst teams in the league. They've only scored 16 goals, obviously, in 24 games, so they really have trouble finding the net. I'm taking Gladbach in this spot. Gladbach will score possibly more than once, and I can see Keulen keeping up with that. So Gladbach wins. One of my favorite bets for this weekend. What are you doing here, Sergio?
Yes, Gladbach is also one of my loves of the weekend. Definitely an interesting game, interesting odd also. So I'm also going for a Gladbach win.
All right. Next game, Leipzig hosting Darmstadt. Leipzig wins set at 1.16. Darmstadt wins set at 17. Line for total goal set at 3.5. Now, Sergio, you did not take the bait backing Heracles at 29. Will you back Darmstadt at 17?
No, not again. No, of course not. I don't think Darmstadt will even score a goal against Leipzig. Yeah, number 18, just 13 points. No, that would be a little bit too much, I think.
All right. I also don't have a bet in this game. I'm skipping this game. Just too low value backing Leipzig. All right. Next game, Werder Bremen hosting Dortmund. Bremen wins set at 3.95. Dortmund wins set at 1.89. Line for total goal set at 3.5. Now, Dortmund has been good coming out of the winter break. I know they lost 2 weeks ago against Hoffenheim, but that was somewhat of a fluke. Now they go on the road against Bremen with one eye on the Champions League game against PSV. So is this a good spot to back Bremen?
Yeah, it's definitely a good spot to back Dortmund because Dortmund, they already have their eye on the Champions League. Just like you said, it's a very important game for them. The first one ended in a draw, and now they're playing at home, so they're gonna try to finish the job at home. So away against Werder, yeah, not a perfect weekend for Dortmund to play this game.
Yes, and like we said last time, have kind of a heavy underdog, 3.95. So the play here would be a double chance for Bremen is set at 1.97, almost 2 to 1. So still very good value for a double chance. That just has to be the play here. All right, next game, Bochum hosting Freiburg. Bochum wins set at 2.4. Freiburg wins set at 3.05. Line for total goal set at 3.5. Now Freiburg also a team involved in midweek action. They beat West Ham 1-0 in good fashion today. But now they go on the road against a Bochum team that has been kind of solid at home, while Freiburg has just been awful on the road. So what are you doing here, Sergio?
Yeah, I'm not betting this game actually. Like you said, Freiburg, yeah, they play during the week, and Bochum, yeah, not a team you can really put all your trust in. So, yeah, I'm going for a draw. So I'm actually staying away from this game.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards Bochum, so the play for me here would be a double chance for Bochum. Freiburg has won one of the last 7 games on the road, one draw, so obviously the other 5 a loss. So Bochum kind of solid at home, but still hard to really trust them. I would play a double chance for Bochum in this spot. All right, next game, Frankfurt hosting Hoffenheim. Frankfurt wins set at 2.1. Hoffenheim wins set at 3.45. Line for the total goal set at 2.5. Now, Frankfurt, one of the most inconsistent teams in the Bundesliga. Obviously, they smashed Bayern, they beat Leipzig, but for some reason, they can't beat Köln. So, which Frankfurt team are we seeing showing up here?
I think it will be the one that can win the game against Hoffenheim. No, they had their win against Heidenheim last time out. I think that now the confidence has come back because what drawing 4 out of the last
6, yeah.
yeah 6. So yeah, so now a win against Heidenheim, and I think they're gonna repeat that at home against Hoffenheim.
Yeah, I agree with you. I would also lean towards Frankfurt in the spot. The last Hoffenheim road game was a win against Dortmund, but if you look at before that, they had 2 points in the previous 8 road games. So they're obviously not good on the road. So you have to back Frankfurt in this spot. All right. Next game, Leverkusen hosting Wolfsburg. Leverkusen wins set at 1.34. Wolfsburg wins set at 9. Line for total goal set at 3.5. Now, Leverkusen continued their unbeaten streak, although they played a draw against Karbach today. But there is a question we have been asking for a lot of weeks in the Bundesliga. So we just have to continue that. Sergio, is this the week Leverkusen is losing?
I'm afraid not. No, they like you said, they play during the week against Karabakh. I think it's today. 2-2 draw. Yeah, but yeah, not really. Yeah, important for Leverkusen. But now they're playing at home against Wolfsburg, and Wolfsburg hasn't won a game in what 6, 7. So yeah, this should be an easy one for Leverkusen again.
Yeah, they will drop points at some point, and obviously they will lose a game. I think you may not see coming, but they may as well go undefeated. Low value back in Leverkusen, so you probably just want to stay away from this game. If you want to do something crazy, sprinkle something on Wolfsburg and Leverkusen. You know they played midweek, they played on the road, but still Leverkusen is the far better team, so they should win this game.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, that wraps up Bundesliga. Let's get to the Premier League. First game on the schedule, Manchester United hosting Everton. United wins set at 1.86. Everton wins set at 4.35. Line for total goal set at 2.5. Now, this is a spot where I just have to back United. One of my favorite bets for the weekend. Everton has not scored in 4 of the last 5 road games. United, they lost, they gave up the lead against City, but listen, there's no shame in losing against City. So I don't think that damage their confidence in any way, shape, or form. Now they return home, Old Trafford, host Everton. Everton is just in bad form, so I'm gonna back United in the spot. What are you doing, Sergio?
Yes, couldn't agree with you more. I think they played a perfect game against City. Almost perfect. Yeah, they lost, of course, but still, the way that they played the game and the way that they attacked defending, yeah, it was almost perfect. Yeah, so against City, yeah, they can't help it. So against Everton, it should be. I think it should be a win.
All right. Next game, Wolves hosting Fulham. Wolves win set at 2.6. Fulham win set at 2.85. Line for total goal set at 2.5. Now, these teams are very close to each other and both in very good form. Wolves has won 3 out of the last 5. Fulham has lost 1 out of the last 5. The first meeting was a 3-2 win for Fulham, kind of high scoring. But still, if you look at the previous meetings, you rarely see over 2 goals. So I'm taking the under 2.5 goals in this spot. What are you doing, Sergio?
No, this one is a stay away from me. Although I have a lean towards Wolf, but that's only because they're playing at home. So yeah, so close to each other. Over 2.5. Also interesting, but still the lean is towards Wolf just to win.
Yeah, and also Wolves at home. They've beaten City. They a draw against Aston Villa. They also beat Tottenham, of course, at home. So they're a very good home team. The lean should be toward Wolves and take a double chance for Wolves. I also like the under 2.5 goals in the spot. All right, let's get to the next game. Crystal Palace hosting Luton. Crystal Palace wins set at 1.79. Luton wins set at 4.8. Line for total goal set at 2.5. Now, listen, I just have to take Crystal Palace in this spot. I can't back Luton on the road. What are you doing here, Sergio?
You could be right, Crystal Palace, but I'm staying away from this game. For me, it looks like a draw.
All right, let's get to the next game. Bournemouth hosting Sheffield United. Bournemouth wins set at 1.36. Sheffield wins set at 9.5. The line for total goals set at 3.5. Now, this is a high total for me, so I would not play the over 3.5 goals. Obviously, you have to back Bournemouth in this spot. Sheffield is just awful. They get smashed and they get smashed a lot. And I can't see them doing anything here going on the road against Bournemouth. A pretty solid team. Are you doing something, Sergio?
Yeah, maybe the over 3.5, but I'm not doing anything this game. Like you said, Bournemouth a little bit too low ought to back them. So Sheffield United, of course, one of the worst teams in the league. So I'm just staying away from this game.
All right, another game that I will be staying away from, and possibly you too, Sergio. Arsenal hosting Brentford. Arsenal wins set at 1.26, so even lower value than backing Bournemouth. Brentford wins set at 13, line for total goals set at 3.5. Now, the only play here should be the over 3.5 goals. Arsenal, they can easily score 4 goals in this game, especially playing at home. They should win this game, but low value backing Arsenal for a win. What are you doing, Sergio?
Yeah, over 3.5, of course. That's yeah, I think that's the only way to go in this game. Arsenal, the high scoring team, so yeah, definitely over 3.5. But that would be the only thing to do.
Yes. All right. Next game, Aston Villa hosting Tottenham. Villa wins set at 2.43. Tottenham wins set at 2.75. Line for total goal set at 3.5. Now, obviously, Villa had the longest streak in the league in terms of unbeaten at home. But they played today against Ajax, a road game. Uh, he wrote Unai Emery rotated his squad a little bit, so I believe he really had one eye on this game. But still, I'm leaning towards Tottenham in this spot, given the fact that they had more time to prepare a full week rest. What are you doing here, Sergio?
Yeah, I'm also leaning towards Tottenham. Aston Villa, a good team, but I still think that playing 2 games a week is just a little bit too much for Aston Villa. So I agree with you. I would put Tottenham.
Yeah, and one thing we see for Tottenham is they like they can score. So if Tottenham's gonna win this game, they probably have to score more than one. So the safer bet would be Tottenham over 1.5 goals, which is gonna be one of my favorite bets for this weekend. Tottenham over 1.5 goals, and I will also sprinkle something on a Tottenham win, just because I think they will win this game. Like I said, more rest, more time to prepare. So Tottenham. And the teams are very close to each other, so I'm just backing Tottenham for a win here. All right, next game, Brighton hosting Nottingham Forest. Brighton wins set at 1.78. Forest wins set at 4.5. Line for total goal set at 3.5. Now, Brighton, the better team, playing at home, but they just got smashed today by AS Roma 4-0. So confidence may be low here, which is why I'm not going to back them. But I also can't back Forest in this spot. What are you doing, Sergio?
Yeah, Forest, no, of course, but Brighton, yeah, like I said, they played against Roma. It was an away game, so maybe a draw this time, because Forest, yeah, I really have no trust in Nottingham Forest at all.
Yeah,
So
especially on the road.
only for the tired legs, I think Brighton would, maybe agree with a draw.
Yeah. All right. Next game, West Ham hosting Burnley. West Ham wins set at 1.66. Burnley wins set at 5.6. Line for total goal set at 2.5. Now, last week, I told you guys, if you see Burnley, just fade them. They played against Bournemouth. I backed Bournemouth, and of course, Bournemouth won that game. You just can't trust Burnley. They're just awful. Burnley has not scored in 3 straight games, and they have allowed 10 goals in that process. Now, West Ham, they played today against Freiburg. They lost in a disappointing game, but they return home, so they should beat Burnley in this spot. West Ham has also not scored in 3 of the last 5 games, but against a horrible defensive Burnley team, they should get on the score sheet here. So I'm going to play the over 2.5 goals. What are you doing, Sergio?
Yeah, this game is definitely a stay away for me. West Ham, not a lot of value to back them. So yeah, the next game is a little bit more interesting for me.
All right, not great value, but good value against a horrible Burnley team. Good value. All right. All right. Yes, of course, the next game, very interesting. The game of the week, no doubt. Liverpool hosting Manchester City. Liverpool wins set at 3.05. City wins set at 2.32. Line for total goal set at 3.5. Now, I have a play here in this game, but I'm gonna let you go first on this one, Sergio.
Yeah, Liverpool, of course. This is a championship game. So yeah, and I believe is Mo Salah gonna be back?
Yes, yes,
So,
because
yeah,
he played today against Prague. He didn't start, but they substituted him. I think he played like 20 minutes, so he should be ready to go against City.
yeah, City, and that's why I'm going for Liverpool. They're playing at home. Um, the fans will be backing them 100%, and they know that this is the game to win, because if they lose this one, I think the championship is over. So I'm definitely going for a Liverpool win, and there's very good value backing them.
You really think it's over with a Liverpool loss? Because the difference is just 1 point. Liverpool sitting on top right now. So if City were to win, I know City would leapfrog them, but the gap would only be 2 points.
Yeah, but still, that means that that City is gonna have to drop points again, and that doesn't happen too often. City is always better the second half of the season, so yeah, I don't know. If City wins this weekend, for me, yeah, not 100%, but 80%, I think. Yeah, the championship is over.
And yes, you are speaking my language. City better in the second half of the season. So I'm backing City for a win here. And listen, all right, listen, City has won once at home against Liverpool in the last 21 years. So obviously I'm nervous for this game, but still I'm gonna back City in this spot. I still think City is a little bit better. Liverpool will be missing some key players. They will be missing Shota, Gravenberg, of course, Matip, Alexander-Arnold. I'm not sure Mo Salah is 100% fit. City is just on a roll. I will take City in this spot. So I'm going against you here, Sergio. Sorry about that.
Yeah. I know. We'll see next week then. But I'm backing Liverpool in this one for a win.
All
Yeah.
right, I'm going with City. All right, last game of the weekend, Chelsea hosting Newcastle United. Chelsea wins set at 2.04. Newcastle wins set at 3.55. Line for total goal set at 3.5. Now listen, two of the most inconsistent teams in the Premier League here. But Chelsea has been good at home overall. They've lost two out of the last three, yes, but overall they've been good. Newcastle somewhat tricky on the road. I still don't really trust them. I'm leaning towards Chelsea in this spot. What are you doing, Sergio?
Still astonishing to see Chelsea at one of the most expensive teams in the world, and they're just number 11 in the league.
Yes.
I'm hoping for them to win, but yeah, it's this one is also gonna be very difficult for them. But a small lean towards Chelsea, but that's only because they're playing at home and it's a Monday, so usually crazy things happen on a Monday, and yeah, Chelsea could win then.
All right. That wraps up the Premier League and that wraps up the picks and leans for the upcoming weekend. Quick recap for our best bets. I have 5 best bets for the weekend. I have Napoli over 1.5 goals. I have Gladbach for a win. I have United for a win. I have Real Betis over 1.5 goals. And I have Tottenham over 1.5 goals. What do you have, Sergio?
Yes, I have Valencia for the win. I have Athletic Bilbao, Utrecht, Vitesse, Gladbach, and of course, Liverpool. Yes.
All right. I hesitated putting City as one of my best bets. I might sleep on that one. All right. That wraps up all picks and leads and the best bets for the upcoming weekend. Thank you everybody for joining in. Have a great weekend. And like we always say, bet smart, bet with your head, set your limits, and stay within your means. Have a great weekend.
Yes, have a great weekend, everybody.